Kathy is a woman in her mid-30s with an insatiable thirst for adventure. Despite her blindness, her other senses are heightened, giving her a unique perspective on the world. Determined to share her love for the great outdoors, Kathy persuades her diverse group of friends: Sarah, a tech-savvy enthusiast; Mark, an outdoorsman and survivalist; and Lisa, a free-spirited artist, to embark on a camping trip to a remote moonlit forest. The atmosphere is filled with anticipation as they journey to the chosen spot. Kathy's vivid descriptions and contagious enthusiasm about the upcoming adventure captivate her friends. As they arrive at the clearing, they're greeted by the serenity of the moonlit forest, unaware of the ancient curse that lingers like a silent shadow. Setting up camp becomes a joyous affair as the friends laugh, share stories, and revel in the beauty of the moonlight filtering through the dense canopy. Unbeknownst to them, the forest, veiled in a mystical aura, harbors a history of darkness that will soon awaken. As night descends, the moonlight transforms the forest into an ethereal realm, casting long shadows and illuminating hidden corners. Kathy, relying on her heightened senses, feels an unexplainable tension in the air, a sensation that goes unnoticed by her sighted friends. Little do they realize that their laughter and footsteps disturb the ancient spirits, setting in motion a series of events that will test their bonds, challenge their courage, and unravel the mysteries of the moonlit forest. The stage is set for a tale where the line between adventure and horror becomes increasingly blurred. The sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows that dance between the trees. Night falls, and with it, an eerie silence blankets the moonlit forest. Unbeknownst to the campers, the ancient curse stirs, and a soft whispering breeze rustles the leaves overhead. Kathy, attuned to the subtleties of nature, is the first to notice. She senses a disturbance in the air, a dissonance that sets her on edge. As the whispers grow, they morph into disembodied voices, whispering ancient incantations that resonate with the very fabric of the cursed forest. The campers gather around the flickering fire, exchanging nervous glances. The once jovial atmosphere now hangs heavy with an unspoken unease. The whispers seem to be calling out to them, each voice a haunting echo from the forest's past. Sarah, usually pragmatic, fumbles with her technology, attempting to capture the spectral sounds. Suddenly, a bone-chilling howl pierces the air, sending shivers down everyone's spines. Kathy's heightened senses pick up on the tremor of fear among her friends. The moon, now obscured by fleeting clouds, casts ominous shadows, and the forest seems to come alive with unseen movements. Unseen by the campers, the skinwalker, a shape-shifting entity, begins its subtle torment. It moves among the trees barely visible, its presence felt rather than seen. It toys with the edges of their perception, a malevolent force savoring the growing unease among the group. The whispers intensify, weaving a tale of ancient sorrow and vengeful spirits. The campers huddle together, their faces etched with worry, as the forest's malevolence deepens. The night has only just begun, and the moonlit forest, once enchanting, transforms into a realm of shadows and foreboding. Little do they know, the skinwalker has marked them as its prey, and the true horror is about to unfold. A sudden gust of wind extinguishes the campfire, plunging the moonlit forest into darkness. The whispers crescendo into an unsettling symphony, and an ominous figure emerges from the shadows. The skinwalker, having taken on a grotesque and otherworldly form, steps into the flickering moonlight. Kathy's friends gasp as the malevolent creature's presence materializes before them. Its eyes glow with an unholy light, and its form contorts between the twisted shapes of various creatures, a living nightmare fueled by ancient curses. With a guttural growl, the skinwalker lunges forward, choosing its prey. In the chaotic scramble that ensues, it swiftly claims one of Kathy's friends, its attack swift and brutal. A scream pierces the night, echoing through the haunted forest, puzzle, mingling with the haunting whispers that have now evolved into mournful wails. Panic sets in as fear tightens its grip on the remaining campers. Kathy, fueled by a mix of terror and determination, shouts for everyone to stay close. The moonlight flickers, casting eerie shadows that dance across the trees, creating an otherworldly tableau of horror. As the realization of the skinwalker's deadly intent sinks in, the group is paralyzed with fear. Kathy, however, drawing strength from her fearless nature, takes charge. She issues urgent commands, urging her friends to gather whatever makeshift weapons they can find. It's a fight for survival against an ancient evil they can barely comprehend. The air is thick with tension as the skinwalker, having tasted the fear of its victims, retreats into the shadows, leaving behind a scene of dread and sorrow. The moonlit forest, once a backdrop for adventure, transforms into a nightmarish landscape, and the remaining campers grapple with the horror that has befallen them. The first attack is a brutal awakening, and Kathy realizes that breaking the curse requires facing the darkness head-on. Little do they know, the worst is yet to come. In the aftermath of the horrifying attack, Kathy senses the weight of responsibility falling upon her shoulders. The moonlit forest, once a realm of enchantment, is now a battleground for survival. Determined to protect her friends, Kathy steps forward, her voice unwavering despite the palpable fear that hangs in the air. "Listen, everyone," she asserts, her senses attuned to the subtle shifts in the atmosphere. "We can't let fear control us. We need to understand what we're dealing with." With an air of command, Kathy gathers her friends around the extinguished campfire, its embers barely glowing in the moonlit gloom. She recounts the stories she heard before, tales of shapeshifters and ancient curses that have plagued the forest for centuries. Drawing upon her memory and keen intuition, Kathy delves into research, piecing together the puzzle of the skinwalker's legend. Sarah, with her tech expertise, assists in accessing any digital information available. As they explore the lore, they discover that the skinwalker is bound to the forest, its malevolence rooted in ancient rituals. Kathy discerns a pattern in the attacks, realizing that the creature becomes more vulnerable during certain phases of the moon. Armed with this knowledge, she formulates a plan to confront the skinwalker and break the curse that shackles the moonlit forest. The group, once paralyzed by fear, begins to rally behind Kathy's leadership. Mark constructs makeshift weapons, and Lisa channels her artistic intuition to create protective charms from materials found in the forest. Together, they prepare for the next encounter with the malevolent force that lurks in the shadows. Kathy's decision-making reflects a delicate balance between logic and intuition, leading the group through a series of calculated moves. The moonlit forest, now a labyrinth of danger, becomes a canvas for Kathy's strategic thinking as she navigates through the secrets of the ancient curse. Little do they realize that the choices made in this pivotal moment will determine the course of their harrowing journey through the heart of darkness. Guided by Kathy's intuition and the fragments of ancient lore, the group stumbles upon an old, weathered book hidden within the recesses of their camping supplies. Its pages, filled with faded ink and cryptic symbols, unveil the secrets of the moonlit forest's curse. Kathy's fingertips trace the embossed text as she deciphers a passage hinting at the skinwalker's vulnerability, a rare herb known as Luna's Bane, hidden deep within the heart of the moonlit forest. Legend has it that this herb, when used in a ritual, can weaken the creature's power and break the curse. Determined and with a newfound sense of purpose, Kathy leads the group on a perilous journey through the dense and foreboding forest. The moonlight, once a source of wonder, now casts eerie shadows that seem to conspire against their quest. The group faces challenges orchestrated by the vengeful skinwalker, as if the very forest itself has turned against them. As they trek deeper into the moonlit forest, the air becomes heavy with otherworldly energy. Unseen eyes seem to watch their every move, and the group encounters illusions that play on their deepest fears. Sarah's technology malfunctions, and the whispers grow louder, urging them to turn back. Despite these challenges, Kathy's unwavering determination and the group's collective resilience carry them forward. They navigate treacherous terrain, overcome illusions meant to disorient them, and face the evil entities that guard the coveted Luna's Bane. The moonlit forest, now a labyrinth of uncertainty, becomes a battleground between the group and the ancient curse. Kathy, relying on her heightened senses, leads her friends through the twists and turns of the forest, closer to the heart of the darkness that has plagued the land for centuries. As they approach the sacred grove where Luna's Bane is rumored to grow, the skinwalker intensifies its efforts to thwart their progress. Shadows morph into tangible threats, and the very air vibrates with the malicious intent of the creature they seek to vanquish. The group stands at the precipice of a perilous climax, where the true test of their mettle awaits. In the heart of the moonlit forest, tensions escalate as the group edges closer to the sacred grove. The skinwalker, sensing their quest, exploits the vulnerabilities of each camper, turning the atmosphere into a cauldron of fear and mistrust. As the moonlight weaves through the trees, casting elongated shadows, the whispers intensify, revealing hidden secrets among the group. Sarah's technological prowess, once a source of reassurance, now falters under the unseen influence of the curse. Mark's stoic demeanor wavers as his past encounters with the supernatural resurface in haunting visions. Lisa's artistic intuition, a beacon of creativity, becomes a double-edged sword as her imagination plays tricks on her. The skinwalker, a master manipulator, amplifies these insecurities. Illusions crafted from the camper's deepest fears manifest in the moonlit shadows. Friendships are tested and alliances strained as the group grapples with the reality that they might not escape the forest unscathed. Kathy, burdened by her heightened senses and an acute awareness of the group dynamics, must navigate through the growing conflicts. She faces accusations and doubts, her leadership questioned in the face of the malevolent force that seems to pit friend against friend. In a pivotal moment, Sarah's technological glitches are misconstrued as deliberate sabotage. Mark's hesitation is seen as cowardice, and Lisa's artistic expressions are misinterpreted as signs of collusion with the skinwalker. Kathy, the linchpin holding the group together, becomes the target of skepticism. Amidst the chaos, Kathy draws on her intuitive understanding of her friends. She listens to their fears, addresses their concerns, and attempts to mend the fractures within the group. The skinwalker's taunts become a twisted mirror reflecting the campers' internal struggles, forcing them to confront their own shadows. The moonlit forest, now a stage for psychological warfare, tests the strength of their bonds. Kathy, determined to unite the group against the common enemy, must navigate through the labyrinth of mistrust, ensuring that the fractures in their unity do not shatter the fragile alliance against the ancient curse. As they approach the sacred grove, the true test of their resilience awaits, with the skinwalker orchestrating a symphony of discord that threatens to unravel their very souls. Guided by Kathy's leadership and armed with Luna's bane, the group reaches a moonlit clearing at the heart of the forest, the sacred grove. The air is charged with an otherworldly energy as they prepare to confront the skinwalker, who emerges from the shadows, a sinister silhouette against the moonlit backdrop. As the group takes their positions, the skinwalker reveals its true form, a grotesque amalgamation of nightmares that morphs with each heartbeat. Its eyes, cold and malevolent, lock onto Kathy and her friends, and the whispers that once haunted the forest now form a cacophony of threats and promises. The moonlit clearing becomes an arena for a suspenseful and dangerous confrontation. Kathy, undeterred by the malevolent force before her, initiates the ritual with Luna's bane. The air is thick with anticipation as the rare herb's essence intertwines with the ancient curse, casting a dim glow that illuminates the battleground. The skinwalker, sensing the threat to its existence, adapts to the group's strategies. Illusions dance around the clearing, distorting perceptions and clouding judgment. Sarah's technology malfunctions. Mark's survival instincts are put to the ultimate test, and Lisa's artistic creations come to life in twisted forms. Kathy, relying on her heightened senses, navigates the illusions and guides her friends through the chaotic dance with the skinwalker. The creature, fueled by centuries of rage and cunning, counters their every move, turning the moonlit clearing into a surreal battleground where reality and nightmare intertwine. As Luna's bane takes effect, the skinwalker's form wavers and its attacks become more desperate. The suspense builds, reaching a crescendo as the group struggles to maintain their focus amid the chaos. Each member faces their own demons, both literal and metaphorical, in a battle that transcends the physical realm. In a moment of peril, Kathy must make a split-second decision that will either ensure the success of the ritual or plunge the group into eternal darkness. The moonlit clearing becomes a crucible of fate, with the group's survival hanging in the balance. The suspenseful climax unfolds, a test of courage, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds forged in the crucible of fear and sacrifice. As the battle between the group and the skinwalker reaches its climax, a moment of heartbreaking sacrifice unfolds in the moonlit clearing. With the fate of their lives hanging in the balance, one of the campers, overcome by a surge of courage and love for their friends, makes the ultimate sacrificial choice. In a selfless act of heroism, they step forward, confronting the skinwalker head-on. Their bravery shines like a beacon in the darkness, momentarily distracting the malevolent entity and buying precious time for Kathy and the others to complete the ritual with Luna's bane. Tears glisten in the moonlight as the group watches their friend face the horrors of the skinwalker alone, knowing that their sacrifice may be the key to breaking the curse that has plagued the forest for centuries. Their courage echoes through the clearing, a testament to the strength of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable darkness. Meanwhile, Kathy, fueled by an unwavering determination to end the cycle of terror, focuses her energy on the ritual. With trembling hands, she invokes the ancient incantations, weaving the essence of Luna's bane into the fabric of the cursed forest. The air crackles with raw energy as Kathy's voice rises above the chaos, her words a beacon of hope in the midst of despair. The moonlight intensifies, casting a radiant glow that envelops the clearing, and for a fleeting moment, time stands still as the forces of light and darkness collide. As the ritual reaches its crescendo, a surge of power courses through Kathy's veins, her senses ablaze with the weight of centuries-old magic. With a final incantation, she channels the collective strength of her friends, infusing the forest with a newfound sense of hope and renewal. In a blinding flash of light, the curse is broken, and the malevolent presence of the skinwalker dissipates into the ether. The moonlit clearing is bathed in a serene glow, the echoes of battle fading into the night. With tears of relief and gratitude, the group embraces, their bond stronger than ever in the aftermath of their harrowing ordeal. Though they carry the scars of their journey, they emerge from the darkness with a newfound sense of purpose and a shared resolve to cherish each moment of life's precious gift. As they stand beneath the canopy of stars, the moonlight casting a gentle glow upon their faces, they know that their sacrifice was not in vain. In the heart of the moonlit forest, redemption has been won, and the echoes of their courage will linger for eternity.